Well, Blizzard really stepped in it this week. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Today is Saturday, October 12th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. Like I was saying before, the big piece of news this week was Blizzard's kind of scandal. I don't like to get too political on these shows. I'm just talking about video games, so politics doesn't really blend into that very well, but um, I saw this too much this week to not talk about it. So, I don't have all the details, but this is where I see it coming from. So there was a Hearthstone tournament, I believe, on Tuesday, maybe Monday, and at the at the end, after someone won the tournament, there was there was a post tournament interview, and during at the end of that, the player that won, his name is Blitzchung. The player that won said "Free Hong Kong" or something like that, and that's a political. He made a political statement, pretty much. And after that, Blizzard decided to ban him for a year, I think, from all of their tournaments. Again, I don't have all the details, and I mostly want to just focus on like what's Blizzard going to do after this. Yeah, so they did that, and everyone is upset about it. Multiple casters have said they've quit because of it. There was a walkout during Blizzard employees walked out because of this. There's a sign at Blizzard that like covered up like one of their principles was like integrity and free speech and all that kind of stuff. I saw an article today talking about how like China is too lucrative a business to piss off, and so this kind of seems like that. And I just that's kind of where I see a lot of things going. Um, yeah, it just seemed pretty cowardly to not piss off China because it looked greedy. I do see it from that angle. It looked really greedy. The CEO of Epic spoke out and said, "I don't care what what Fortnite streamers say." But Riot is already jumping on the bandwagon and saying like, "Hey, we're having a tournament this weekend. Don't make political statements. Keep it out of our broadcast." I just yeah, I just don't like it. I'm wondering. So the big thing I'm focusing on is whether or not Blizzard will make an announcement prior to BlizzCon, or if they're gonna wait till BlizzCon, which is in 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, I think they should. I think they definitely should, and I think I've seen an article or two saying that they will address it prior to BlizzCon because I think that would completely taint BlizzCon, and BlizzCon still um, has to walk on eggshells around its community, considering last year kind of blew up as well. So I just hope that Blizzard gets this all resolved and that I don't know, that they figured it out, they figure out what to do about this because it just looked super cowardly. But I have a bunch of friends at Blizzard, and I'm not reflecting this upon them or any of them. I just think that the move looked bad, and I hope they figure out how to fix the situation. Whew. Moving away from that heavy topic, Doom Eternal got pushed into 2020 this year or next year. It was slated for the end of November, I think like November 25th or something like that, and now it's slated for March 2020, March 20th, 2020. I wasn't quite surprised. I hadn't seen a lot of like marketing material for Doom Eternal, and like 6 weeks out is when you would really like start building up the campaign. So the fact that right before I would imagine a trailer would have dropped to say like, "Hey, remember Doom Eternal's coming out?" They announced that they're pushing out next year. So I think that this isn't surprising. It means less video games that I have to buy in November because I'm already buying Pokemon and Star Wars. Um, but I really do want to play the next Doom game. Hopefully, this is a polishing move and not like a competitive window move or anything like that. I think in the article I read, it was all about bug squashing and fixing everything and making it the best game. I think it was something about the PvP too, making the PvP the best it can be. So yeah, I'm still looking forward to Doom. Now it just means my Q1 is chock full of games now as well. So looking forward to Doom. Call of Duty Mobile has last week we talked. It had only been out for like 2 or 3 days, and it had like 35 million downloads, which is really fast, but not like super powered fast. And now the Sensor Tower has come forward and said that Call of Duty Mobile is like the most downloaded in week one. They said it in a weird way where it like there was like an asterisk on it, but yeah, they've reached 100 million downloads in their first week, which is super impressive. Apparently, that's faster than Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to like figure out. I'm trying to remember what the numbers are. So let me know down below if I'm getting something wrong. But Sensor Tower came forward and said 100 million downloads in the first week. It's fastest downloaded game to date. Steam is looking to up their local multiplayer, so I know that playing Steam games local multiplayer has been a hassle in the past, and I think they're trying to fix that. I'm not quite sure how many of my games on Steam I could play local multiplayer, but hopefully, hopefully now there'll be more incentive for PC developers to put games with local multiplayer on Steam so that they can kind of sell. But maybe this is just a bid to try and go after like the Nintendo Switch community who are already playing local multiplayer on their Switch. This might be a lesser investment in order to get local multiplayer players. But I don't think that's the majority of Steam users. It was a pretty slow week, so there's a lot of like smaller articles that I read this week. One of which was a PC Gamer article talking about silent protagonists. And in my email write-up for this, I was talking about, have we kind of evolved past that? I think silent protagonists are kind of an archaic tool now. Like they go back. I can still understand why people would like silent protagonists. It makes the character feel more like you than it does like someone else if you're hearing someone else's voice while you're playing. I don't want Link to have voices, have a voice line, but I think we've gotten past the point in RPGs where we can have silent protagonists in AAA games. I think maybe that's where I'm going. Like AAA games, you can't, if you don't pay for like the voice acting, it doesn't feel AAA. But smaller indie games, I think you'll still have non-voiced lines. But I think to be competitive in an RPG, you should definitely have voice lines. Speaking of RPGs, I saw this awesome, not Kickstarter, I think it's on Fig. I'll have a link down to it below, but a musical RPG video game. So they have like the campaign showed that they had like Troy Baker and a bunch of really smart, really good game developers behind it, and the game looks awesome. Like it's all about mashing, kind of like rap battling, and you're like trying to build up flow, and you still have like choices about what your next verse is going to be about. It looks awesome. I could not back it fast enough. I'm so excited for this game. I can't believe that this is actually like a thing that's I love musicals, I love RPGs, I love video games. There's nothing about this game that I will not love. It looks amazing. I like the art style. They've got like Greco-Roman gods, and the main character is trying to ascend to godhood or something like that. Really, really cool concept. Link down in the description about what this game's all about. Oh, it looks so awesome. Back it. The game's going to be amazing. I think they have it in like a 2-year cycle, so it's going to be Q4 2021. And that cannot come fast enough because that game is going to be so good. I've never, like Kickstarter games, I typically am like, hot or cold on, but I'm just really excited about this one. Moving right along, there is a new fantasy battle royale game. This one's different. I mean, I guess we already have Realm Royale, which is kind of fantasy. They have muskets and swords and axes and stuff like that in Realm Royale, but this one's called Spellbreak. I don't know the studio behind it, but apparently you get, it looks like you get like multiple sources of like magic or types of magic, and then you use like combinations of those types of magic to like fight other players in the game. So you get like, earth spells and ice spells, and you'll be able to create like ice and then throw rocks on it, or you'll be able to create firewalls and then like throw rocks through it. Game looks really cool. If you are interested in battle royale games and magic, this might be and spellcasting, this might be the game for you. The game's called Spellbreak. Rocket League. The Rocket League Halloween event is going live this week, and it is Stranger Things themed, which it shows a whole bunch of cars, and you can kind of tell which characters are which by like which hat. Like they have Dustin's hat, they have like an upside down level, upside down, like from the TV show, not the upside down. Like the game is played upside down. Anyway, it looked like pretty cool DLC. Yeah, and it's Halloween time, so expect more and more Halloween themed events to be happening. Moving right along, Warhammer Chaos Bane has a free weekend. I don't know if it was exclusive to Xbox One or not. It was on Major Nelson's website, so I don't know if it is an Xbox exclusive or that was just how they announced it for Xbox. But I have an Xbox and I want to play the Diablo-like Warhammer Chaos Bane, which looks really cool. So, and I haven't played it yet. I was hoping to get a bunch of friends involved, but maybe I can get a cohort of Xbox friends to get together and play Chaos Bane with me. Last but certainly not least, Ubisoft is using that. I believe last year or 2 years ago they bought a TV studio or a game studio or something like that, and Ubisoft is using that studio now to create 2 animated tween targeted series, one for Watch Dogs and one for Blood Dragon. Now Blood Dragon's just like a zany, I think it'll look great because Blood Dragon's got really cool and definitive art style, but I just don't know what the plot would be. But I know that those are 2 very popular Ubisoft titles, so I hope this series are good. And I like seeing video game, even after all of the missed movies, I still want to see like video game content on my TV screen. So whether that's through movies or animated series, but looks good. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the content. If you do, like, follow, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch. Links down in the description below so you can see more great content like this. Thanks again. Hope you have a super day. Hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye!